The grumble of my Harley's engine sputters out as I remove my helmet and gaze at the nondescript brick building in front of me, where I have volunteered to be tortured for 3 days every week. Well, volunteered might be a slight exaggeration. My brother gave me no choice. Jack tried to convince me this is physical therapy for my knee, which I injured a few weeks ago. But I know he has ulterior motives. No idea what they are, not yet, but I have no doubts I'll find out soon. With my helmet tucked under one arm, I stride across the pavement to the front doors of the therapy clinic. All right, maybe I'll limp over to the doors. And it might have taken me twice as long as it should have, and I probably growled and groaned the whole time. My bloody knee bloody hurts. I shouldn't have come on my Harley. Jack will have my hide if he finds out I did that. I take a deep breath, straighten my posture, and march, all right, limp, into the building. A receptionist greets me, and I sign in for my appointment, then sit down in a chair that feels like a torture device. I'd known physical therapy would be painful, but I hadn't expected the torment to start in the waiting room. I sit here squirming and grimacing as the seconds tick by. Since the clinic doesn't have a clock on the wall, I keep glancing at the one on my mobile. 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 7 minutes. Why do medical people always make their patients wait?
Callum?
A female voice calls out. I stuff my mobile into my pocket and struggle to get out of my chair. A bonny lass with golden red hair glances my way.
Do you need some help?
No. I can't stop myself from sounding grumpy. Accepting help, especially from a woman, is not something I like to do. As I reach the lass, though, my mood brightens. She's not only bonny, but she has beautiful green eyes, sensuous lips, and a toned body. I smile and offer her my hand. Callum MacTaggart, are you my physical therapist?
Yes.
The lass shakes my hand.
Kate Wagner, come with me, please.
I'll follow her anywhere. She sweeps her gaze over my entire body, but it doesn't seem like sexual interest. No, I get the feeling she's analysing me. As she takes in my clothes, her brows wrinkle. I'm wearing jeans, a black t-shirt, leather boots, and a black leather jacket, along with a black helmet tucked under my arm. Why should she seem confused by that?
The physical evaluation is over. Let's move on to phase 2.
How many phases are there?
3. We did the exam. Later we'll start your physical therapy, but now it's time for the mental portion. Callum groans and shakes his head.
I'm not talking about my feelings with you.
Who would you talk about that with?
No one.
He pushes up into a sitting position.
Psychotherapy is rubbish.
Do you tell your brother that? He's a psychologist, after all. Callum rolls his eyes.
Jack is different.
Because he's your brother. I want to point out the hypocrisy in that, but it would be unprofessional. Instead, I drop onto my stool and wheel it backward to give Callum some space. Tell me about your relationship with your brother.
It's fine.
Be more specific, please.
Jack and I get on well enough. No problems there. So I have nothing to tell you about that.
Uncooperative doesn't even begin to describe Callum MacTaggart. While Jack had told me his brother is easygoing and happy, he'd left out the details about Callum's current attitude problem. To be fair, though, Jack did mention his brother had changed lately, ever since he re-injured his knee. My job is to find out why. This might take more than 4 weeks. So there isn't anyone you would talk to? I say. Not even a friend? Or one of your cousins? Jack said you have lots of those.
Aye, I do.
Callum swings his legs off the bench.
But I dinna share my innermost feelings with them either. It's private.
But you do have things you need to discuss with someone, right?
I can work it out on my own.
Oh, yeah. More than 4 weeks. This might take years. Since it's my job to be nosy, I press on. You must have one friend. He flattens his lips, then blows out a breath.
You will not give up, will you?
Nope. Might as well share one little thing with me. If you answer this question honestly with no evasion, then we can go into the exercise room to start your recovery routine. The pig-headed Scot growls under his breath.